What's up, guys? Got a little bit of a life update video for you today, along with a lesson to go with it. Uncertainty means you're on the right path, right? This is a lesson that you have to absolutely get through your head because the nature of this journey is uncertainty. It is absolutely the defining trait, the core ingredient of it, and it's never going to change. And every time I evolve, I reach a new chapter, I go to a new stage, I keep expecting it to change, but it never does. And I'm starting to understand that this is going to be, if I'm going to achieve greatness and I'm going to keep elevating and keep growing and keep going on new heroes journeys and taking my dreams to a whole nother level every time, this is never going to change. The risk is not going to change. Just the familiarity, the comfort zone, none of it is going to change, right? So where I am right now, I'm back home with my grandparents, back where this whole shit started in 2020, and when I came back in 2022, and now I'm 2025. It's just like I keep coming back here, and once again living here, trying to start something up and trying to start this business up, delusion up, right? And before, I was in my apartment and I was going through one of the hardest seasons of my life, not one of the hardest seasons of my life in some ways. And just getting out of it and coming here, I had this plan, right? Okay, how I'm gonna move forward. I was like, I'm gonna apply for a job because even though I've never worked a job, I know that I'm ready now emotionally, mentally to work one and just uh, have that income coming in so that it can fund my life in the next season, so that I can like cover my living costs, food cost, all the domains and all the bills, and then use that to like build the business itself, for cash flow, buying inventory, ads. So I need income, right? I need cash flow so that I can both keep myself alive and good and keep the business building, because cash is oxygen. Without cash nothing happens, and just trying to do it is like a recipe for disaster. It just increases your timelines, increases friction, increases panic and stress and all these things. So I was like, okay, I'm applying online for jobs. We work remotely and all these like remote working jobs, and I would find these like close matches, but nothing would really come. I would get rejections and apply like these applications would come and it just wouldn't happen. And then suddenly twist of fate, and I'm here and I'm like, whoa, what happened? What's happening? And I'm like, okay, wait, the manifestation that I had, the plan that I had, the angles that I had changed, because I'm like, holy shit, I'm supposed to go back to Dubai now. So what happens? How do I get a job? Do I still apply for an online job? Like, do I work with my dad? Like, complete confusion, because it's just like my entire plan that I had for my life just switched on me, right? Like the country changed, the trajectory of the life changed, the currencies, the tax, the business model, the inventory model, like everything just fucking flipped its head on me, right? And now I'm confused again. Now I'm like, how do I go? Like, okay, how do I go forward with this? Because to go to Dubai, I need a visa, I need a trade license for the business. I have to apply for trademarks there because the trademark I applied for was in India, which is fine because it's a brand I'm going to launch everywhere. I can't go wrong with it. It's okay. But I need to still figure out the income side. I need to figure out, and Dubai is so much more expensive, right? So I need like a really like decent paying job, and I can't risk going to UAE and then coming back again, because I'm an expat. I don't live there without an income and without a visa and without everything like perfectly working. It's a big problem, and it's a recipe for disaster, and it's something that I don't want to go through again, because I've been through that last time trying to do it and trying to keep everything alive. It's just crazy, right? So it's a little like uh, flashback of like a bad episode for me as well. So I want to really do everything right, and so I came here and I'm like, what the fuck? Everything just went to shit. I'm grateful because I closed all of that past, like that chapter, and I'm grateful that, okay, my life is in Dubai, my promise is Dubai, destiny is Dubai. Like, I'm gonna be where I'm meant to be in the brand, and like everything is gonna be amazing and better. Right? The promise, that's the dream, that's the vision. I'm finally getting back where I belong. But how is just absolutely out of my mind, and it's crazy. So right now I'm just like, I'm doing the best of what I can with whatever I have, however I can, and I'm building the YouTube channel and I'm building the audience on Twitter, on X, because again, like I believe this is the best two platforms for me for many reasons, business and like skills and audience and all these things. And I'm doing it, and it's really hard, starting a YouTube channel and learning these skills and getting it from the ground up. It's just a whole new world for me. Like I'm not a like new to communication, new to planning, recording, editing, and doing it with all the conditions that I have here. It's difficult to film, and it doesn't seem like the good use of my time right now, even though building content is great for marketing and for brand, for the business, and long term it's amazing, right? But short term, like the main thing I need is cash flow and income. And I keep thinking like, should I just start cold calling again and do freelance and this, or what if I just keep applying to jobs and this? And my mind, my heart just keeps saying like, dude, that's old, let go, like leave those old things. You have a home now, you don't have to pay bills, you're living with your grandparents, you have food, you're not paranoid about weird landlords kicking you out and eviction, there's no stress, you're safe, there's no conflict with like people issues or outside. Everything is okay, you're fine, you're in the best position you have been in so far. Your health is back so much better, food, you have the like opportunity to exercise, nobody, all these variables, right? So I'm like keeping that in my mind and just trying to keep myself like, hey, stay calm, stay relaxed, this is the best position you've been in so far, use it like to the best I can. And so I'm doing these videos on YouTube, learning it as much as I can, just trying to get consistent with it, which is the hardest part. um, not missing days, and on Twitter as well, the same thing, building it and learning how content works, how the algorithm works, how each one works, what am I good at better, is it video, is it writing, and improving each one, right? So because I feel like building the personal brand is gonna be great for me long term. It's not gonna do me wrong, and building the personal brand is also gonna benefit Delusion and the business brand. And this is literally like kind of interlinked, and it helps each one. So I can't go wrong with it. And it's this constant battle, like of the heart versus the mind, and this logic versus feeling, and intuition versus reality and practicality, you know and it makes no sense, like, because I feel like a loser. I'm like, bro, you're living again with your grandparents, and what the hell are you doing? Like, you know, dude, like you're 27, like it's high time you have income. And the thing is, it's like I have to remind myself, like, dude, I had income. It's not like I don't have skill. It's not like I can't make a few cold calls and start building some income and doing it. But it's just like if I do that, I'm going in the opposite direction to make something happen. Whereas I can just let go of all these societal norms and these dogmas and these expectations and timelines and all the things that people say, that, oh, by this age you should have that, oh, you're this old, you should have this, and all this stuff. Because my dad funds like this household, and he's sending money for my grandparents, right? And I'm not costing them much. Like the water comes from the well, the electricity I use is like barely anything. There's no rent here. The only income, the cost I have is food, which I can fund myself from whatever money I have. It's like so tiny, right? So, and whatever money I make in the future from the business, from my life, is literally gonna be for my family. Like I'm gonna take care of my dad forever. Like whatever short, like small things he's doing for me now, I'm gonna give him 1,000 times more in the future. So I have to like let go of these short term like expectations and like pressures, especially all the emotional stuff, and focus it on the long term and like go extra hard on this. And I've noticed that this really was a big element of the entire journey even before. Like people are always trying to expect like, oh, when I like lost the business and I moved back to India, and my dad was also against it. He's like, dude, what are you gonna do in this rural village? There's nothing there. You're gonna rot and die and waste your 20s. Or like everybody lost their mind. Even I was like, what the hell? But it was the best decision, just strategically, financially, emotionally, health wise, and main thing, it was my destiny to do that. It was part of God's plan. God wanted me here. He was forcing my ass back no matter what. He wanted to rewire me and give me all these things. And the uncertainty was just always there. It was always like should I cave into the pressures of society and what people expect and what my family expects and what my friends think and what social media says and what the current advice is and the current trends are? Or should I just trust my heart every step of the way? Just listen to my heart, listen to my intuition, know what I believe is what I want to do, what I think is right, what my gut says, and just keep going with that. And so that's what I've managed to do this whole time. It's been so many years. Like, guys, you have to imagine just the timelines, the duration, the age. It's not like you go 6 years, like going 6 years, 5, 6 years of a runway is really messed up and it's really hard and it's really long, no matter what age it is. But doing it when you're in your teens, when the expectations is something, versus doing it in your 20s is a whole nother thing. Especially because when I started from 22 and I'm like 27 now, the 5 years, the golden 20s, 5 years, where people are like, bro, you've never worked a job, you've never like done like the career, you've never done the 9 to 5. This, it's like, if I get this wrong, I am never going to recover. Like, I'm never going to have a 9 to 5 career. I'm never going to make this like have a normal life. I'll never be able to fund a family. I'll never recover from this. The risk is absolutely insane. Like, no matter what career I do, I'm not going to be able to go get another degree, get an MBA, postgraduate. I'm not gonna be able to like have like a big family. I don't know which, like, it's so fucked up if you think about it, right? And now I'm thinking about, I'm like, holy shit, I never thought about this until now. I just forgot about this and I locked in, right? But this is what it is, and now I have like so much personal growth in my character and my mind, and I couldn't work a job, kind of. I didn't want to, but it was more I didn't want to than I couldn't. It was that I wanted not take that route and lose my like chance of having my dreams. Versus now it's like I literally can't, because I'm kind of too like overqualified, not in skills but in character, anti-authority mindset type thing, where it's like, bro, I want to just tell everyone, like, if I work for somebody, unless we can like they understand that, like, hey, this guy is always going to be an entrepreneur, but I can juice him for his high agency and his high creativity right now and then let him go, which most entrepreneurs are not looking for. They're looking for like somebody to follow orders, somebody to stay long term and all that. It's really not going to work. Or I have to work like some really like mundane, like $20 an hour, $10 an hour type of like customer service job and those type of stuff, right? It's not building a career. So that's where I am right now. And I kept like having these doubts, like, should I go to Dubai and like, for me to launch The Illusion, it's a clothing brand, right? At like primarily, and I'm like, I don't want to do the whole print on demand and then like sequence like drop shipping and that whole like slowly building myself up. I don't want to do that. It's so messed up. It's so low margin. It's so just not worth the time and effort for me in my stage. I would much rather get a job, save up like money, this 10,000, 15,000, $20,000, buy inventory and do it the right way. But then now I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to go to Dubai. Do I find suppliers right now and do supplier test runs right now? Do I find the suppliers? Do I do test runs? Do I like, because in UAE it's not really a clothing market. It's not, you don't make stuff there. You sell there, but you buy from India. So I'm like, or China, right? And I'm like, wait, what if I do drop shipping international, like Alibaba type? Then like it's kind of blocked here, so I have to do it through VPN. And then again, I have to go through the drop shipping route. I can't get the exact product. I won't be able to charge the exact prices or give the exact customer service. But then I'm like, but there is no perfect time, there is no perfect way. So maybe I should just start drop shipping and everything. But I'm not stopping out of fear. It's like when you're first starting a journey, you just need to start it somehow. Like, don't make money your perfect thing as an excuse, which I did. I did start in the lowest possible way, and I got all these things, drop shipping, POD, and just went like that. But now for me, it's like, it's not about overcoming fear. It's about correct strategy and planning and building. So it's that like practicality. I'm juggling all these different things in my mind, where it's like, am I being logical? Am I just not being too like manifestation, wishy-washy, woo-woo stuff? Versus, am I still following my heart? Am I still like overriding these dogmas and expectations and going forward with it? It's really just this war of like, head in the sky versus being grounded in dirt. And that's why Gary Vee has this whole clouds versus clouds in dirt, and like aggressively patient, macro patience, micro speed, all these things. And I know I'm like hurling at you guys, but I am like just thinking about all these freaking things right now, and I hope like this video helps you guys a lot, because you guys can just see, man, nobody's infallible. None of us know how, like, have it figured out. We're all just figuring it out. I'm like 6 years, 5 years in, and by the time you guys see this video, I'll be like having a sick brand. I'll be like looking like a guy who has his life figured out and is like he's all put together and is killer entrepreneur or whatever. But I didn't get there, and I didn't look there and make it look so effortless, because I was like that. I'm not born, I'm built. I really am. If anybody can say that, I can say that. You should see my childhood photos, but it's just trusting your heart and going through it. So for me, I'm like right now just focusing on building YouTube and building X, and yeah, because I don't think I can go wrong with that. And at the same time, just trying to build the right audience, not just a big following, building the right audience, and um, just trying to stay on top of learning about fashion, learning about marketing, AI. There's so many things happening in the world. So just trying to stay on top of all of it, and play like focus on the long term, build brand. And because I feel like even with the 500 followers on X or like YouTube, especially on X, if I get like these many impressions in a day and I have my link in bio, people are not going to follow me or like my post, but they'll still check my profile and they'll click that profile, right? And if they go to the website, they might order, and that's how many people convert. And that's one key thing which, like, I don't have anything to sell right now. It's the old analogy of like the guy who's complaining to God that he didn't win the lottery, and God is like, bro, at least buy a ticket, at least buy a freaking ticket. So I'm like, dude, if I just put some link in bio, even if it's a digital product or a physical, whatever, if I put something, I'm getting so many views and like impressions. People, even though I only have like 400 followers now, I'm getting all these impressions. 10,000, 20,000 people will be visiting my profile, and somebody might click and somebody might buy, and that will give me momentum. So I'm like juggling this with like, do I just like find a supplier and find some level of product here itself in India and just start that way, or do I like try a digital product, because I have all this information of like spirituality, self-development, art, and all this stuff, and the mindset side, the philosophy side, and I really love teaching people and coaching people and like guiding them, and it's something I really wanted to do. So I'm like, what if I make like these guides that can help with you, like a Notion stuff, or just how to craft the vision and all the mindset stuff, right? Make ebooks and courses and all that, and maybe like listed on Warp or one of those like digital, like Gumroad and one of those platforms. But then I'm like, maybe I should just like wait and build the audience and launch the clothing. So that's my big rant. I know that was like word vomit, but yeah. I want these videos to be as real. It is a little stressful. It is peak. Like, I feel like this is the part where I can really fuck things up, because I'm so deep into the journey where I'm not going to listen to anybody now. And I don't have any people in my corner who are going to give me the right advice. And that's one thing where I made a mistake. I should have gotten like a network by joining something online. But I feel like my journey, especially the creative journey, required me to say no to even entrepreneur advice. That, like, being a creative and being an artist, you need to go really so against everything the world says that even entrepreneurs can't see it, bro. Because entrepreneurs have timelines where it's like 3 years you with a sales job, 3 years you can become a millionaire, 5 years. They have all these things, and you see all these guys do it in that timeline, 3 years, 5 years. But creative is not that. And being both creative and entrepreneur and building a brand that is truly unique. Delusion is truly unique. It's one of one. There's nothing like this in the world. I'm building something that's aligned with my heart. It's what I started this journey with. This is the vision, the essence that I had in my mind that I couldn't verbalize, that I couldn't like conceptualize. I could conceptualize it but not verbalize it. and like just by going so against society and coming back all the way, I got this. So if I listen to what people say now, I feel like I'll fuck it up. But I also feel like if I don't come back to the structures, I'll kind of lose myself in the void. And that's the struggle. And so, concluding it, coming back to it, it's like I messaged Gary Vaynerchuk because he followed me like a year ago on like X, and um, from this pure serendipity, I think I've made another video about it also, but it happened. He was like one of my first big followers, and I had like 100 followers, and one of them was Gary Vaynerchuk. Because I tweeted something about it, and he saw it, and he was just like followed me. And so my heart is like, after coming here, and I was like, I'll get a job, I'll get an online job, and I was doing all these visualizations, and something just like my heart, my intuition just said, message Gary Vee, message Gary Vee, message Gary Vee, and I'm like, what? Like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know, but I did it. I messaged him like, hey, I've got something. Um, this brand, this I'm building it for the long term. I think you'll really love it. This, and he'll see it, right? He's a trained eye, like he's an expert. He's a master of his craft, and he's had hundreds of thousands of kids like me like come up like, hey, Gary, I've got something. Like Airbnb guys, Uber, Gymshark, just thousands of big companies. Like he's almost like a billionaire level entrepreneur, right? I mean, I think he is. So I messaged him and there's no reply. I messaged again like, hey, I think it got buried. Reply like, come on, get back to me, bro. No reply. Because I was like, what if the agency job that I was thinking about, or like some random job, e-commerce related, something that might benefit me might come through him. But nothing has come through yet. And I was like, I do like art stuff, so maybe I can do one of his like comics, VFriends related ideation, writing, scripting stuff. Maybe I can do something there. I don't know, guys. I genuinely have no idea how this story is going to turn. I'm not like panicked. I'm very excited and just trying to get everything almost like sequenced right. So yeah, doing my best with the YouTube and X right now, and I think building the personal brand right now is going to be one of the best decisions I ever made, and it's one of those things where it's like I can really hedge myself against the uncertainty, because no matter what business I start, my personal brand will help. No matter where I am in the world, my personal brand is not going to change. I am Kevin Jose. It's never going to change. So this really is just a big safety bet. I'm going as hard as I can on that, and maybe when I have more like clarity of how to play this forward when it comes to launching, um, I'll make another video on that. But ideally, I would just like to get a job that's something enjoyable and high paying. I can fund my life in UAE. I can get a license there. I can find some supplier and launch the product in the way that I want it. The exact product type that I want, not just some graffitis and shit, like what I want to wear, what I want to sell, what I want to make. And yeah, do everything like just in the ideal way. At least now in my stage, I don't want to do the whole fucking, I don't know what you call it, what the term for it is, but the whole like budget entrepreneur style. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore, basically. So that's the video. The uncertainty is never gonna fucking leave you. I know now I'll do this and I'll get to, if everything works out and I go to UAE, it's still not gonna change. And like 3 years from now, again, I'll have to make other business decisions. Maybe the business is booming in 5 years and I'm like, oh, I need to move to New York and like look at that side of the business, and it'll be another big decision. It never changes. So get fucking used to it. Trust your heart always. And that's why delusion is the philosophy for this fucking journey, for dreamers, for the people who are trying to fulfill their destiny, for the future entrepreneurs, for the future creatives also. It's just uncertainty is the core ingredient, the core problem of the entire journey, and you're going to feel crazy the whole time. Forget about people thinking you're crazy for having a vision. You're going to feel like you're fucking crazy the whole time. Am I doing this? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? That's why you need to be delusional all the fucking time, 24/7, 365. Never fucking stop being delusional, and always trust your heart and chase your dreams. So